In this series, I'm starting over as a broke level 1 player with the goal of becoming a GTA Online veteran. But in order to do so, I'll have to complete every objective on this list while having a limit of 2 hours a day to play. So with that being said, welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches 2-hour edition. So here we are at the arcade, and that's because today I'm going to be doing the Diamond Casino Heist for the very first time in this series. Now, I bought the arcade many episodes ago for the Master Control Terminal, but today we're going to be doing the heist that comes along with the business. So I'm going to register as an MC President, and we're going to get into the scope out for the heist. For those who may not know, the Diamond Casino Heist is by far one of the best heists in the entire game. It can't be done solo, but it is one of the most enjoyable ones to do, and does make a ton of money. So, we're now here at the casino, and we're going to have to scope out a couple things in order to complete the finale. The first thing here is going to be the main entrance of the casino. There you go, we took a picture of the main entrance, and now we have to go inside the casino. Okay, so now that we're inside the casino, we have a few things to scope out. The first is a security guard. You could pick any of the ones that are in here. We also need a picture of one of these security cameras here. There's tons of them in the casino, so there you go, that's number 2. And the final thing is going to be this keypad over here for security access, right in the main entrance of the main area of the casino. There you go, that's the third point of interest. Once we have that, we can then scope out the rest of the casino outside. I'm now here on the north side of the casino to take a picture of the rear security door. And another important thing to scope out are going to be these doors here on the east side of the casino. Once again, there's going to be a door with a keypad. That is another side door. And the final thing for the method I'm going to use on my first time doing the heist is this door here on the road that leads to the racetrack. I'm going to take a picture of it like that. That should be good. Perfect. Send it to Lester. And now I have all the points of interest that I need to do the heist. And for those of you who may not know where this is, just take the road along the Diamond Casino, head over here, and under there is going to be the underground entrance. But now all we have to do is leave the area, and that's going to be the end of the scope out mission. There you go. I'm now going to head back to the arcade. So now that I've scoped out the casino, we have 2 more things to do on this board before we get into the setups, with the first being getting the vault contents. This mission is like the gather intel mission for the Cayo Perico heist, except it's a lot easier and faster. Alright, I've arrived here at the location, and now I have to find a security guard. Alright, they're right here. I'm just going to take them out with the Oppressor MK II and then pick up the phone. And now that I've lost the cops, I gotta head over to the Diamond Casino, where I'm going to hack into the security feed and figure out what's inside the vault. To do so, I'm gonna have to bring up my phone and use the Sightseer app to give me an idea of where the best signal is. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we gotta find the area with the best signal to hack into the cameras. Usually it seems to be at the back tables here, but sometimes it's going to be in the front entrance. So we are getting closer to it. It's going to be over here in this area. Get a little bit further. There you go. Now we can hack into the security cameras. So because it's my first time doing it, I'm going to go through each camera and pick out all the points of interest. But if I was doing this on my other account where I've already done the heist a handful of times, I would just go straight to the vault. And here we are in the vault, and ideally you'd always get the diamonds, or you'd want to get the diamonds as the main primary loot. But usually you're going to get cash, which is what we have here. But now that I have the primary loot and all the other points of interest on the cameras, I can now get out of here and head back to the arcade. And now that I have the target, I could choose between the 3 approaches for the heist. We have the aggressive approach, the big con, and the silent and sneaky. Silent and sneaky is the second hardest, big con is by far the easiest, and the aggressive one is by far the hardest. So we're going to go with the big con. It's usually also the easiest one to do with random, so hopefully this all goes smoothly. But now that we have chosen our approach, I'm now going to have to choose all of our support crew and do all of these setup missions. So the first thing to do is choose the support crew, and for the gunman, you're always going to want to go with Carl. It's the easiest one. For the driver, you're always going to want to go with Kareem. And for the hacker, you're always going to want to go with Paige, because she will give you the most time inside the vault as a hacker. But now that we've chosen all 3, we're going to have to go do the weapons loadout, the getaway vehicle, and the hacking device mission, as well as the vault key cards. We also have to get to the entrance disguise, the vault drills, the exit disguises, and a security pass. So we have tons of setup missions. They're not too difficult, but they do take some time. So the first thing I'm going to do is the weapons loadout, and I'm going to go for the micro SMG. And unfortunately, I got to one of the longest missions where I have to go to the Lost MC Clubhouse. It's all the way up in Paleto Bay. Now, if you ever get a mission you don't like, you could always load into a new session and then start up the mission again and hopefully get a new mission. But because I had to go through a bunch of cutscenes or wait for Lester to talk a bunch, I don't want to go through that again. So I'm just going to deal with this mission. Okay, I've finally reached the clubhouse, and I'm going to take out everybody here with my Oppressor MK II. I'm missing this guy point blank. How? 3 missiles. 4. Can we go 5? Okay, we got him on the 5th one. Now I can head inside. Inside the clubhouse, I'm going to have to take out a bunch of these lost MC member. Okay, how are they taking me out that quick? We got 2 more members over here. That's not even the gun I was using. We got another member here. And then the weapons are going to be in the main portion here of the clubhouse. All right, we got another guy here. And our first set of weapons is going to be here on the bar. And now I could take it and bring it back to the arcade. All right, here I am at the arcade. We now have to go pick up the other set of weapons at the MC clubhouse and bring it back here again. Okay, now that we've done the weapons loadout, we're now going to go for the getaway vehicles, and the ones I'm going to choose are the Kanjos. Here we are, we're at the shipping container. We got a handful of enemies here that are trying to take us out. Take out these guys here. Okay, that just didn't go as planned. Okay, yeah, I need a better game plan here. Hold on. Okay, it took a while. No, what are you doing, bro? This is not the car I need. As I was saying, it took a while, but we finally got the first Kanjo. We now have to deliver it back to the arcade. Here we are, let's now go get the second one. So the next thing to do is the hacking device setup. So for this one, we have to head over to Laguna Place, and we got to take out a security guard or an FIB agent. You could just use the Oppressor MK II for that. And then we have to search his pockets, which is interesting because he's suspended 7 feet in the air. This totally makes sense. And okay, well, oh, all right. Now we have to head over to the FIB building. When we get here, just run through as fast as possible. There's going to be a bunch of security with cones, but don't worry about it. Let's now head upstairs. All right, now that we are up here, I'm once again going to open up the Sightseer app and see which way we have to go in order to find the hacking device. So the signal strength is growing, which means it's on this side of the building, and it's usually going to be in one of the offices here at the end of the corridor. Yeah, it's right here. Perfect. We could pick it up. I don't know this guy. My bad, brother. And now we could head downstairs. Now, as soon as you exit the building, you will have the cops on you, so we might as well just take out the security guards here. I don't know why I just stopped mid-word there, but that's fine. And of course, once again, we now have to lose the cops. I usually hide out here in the drainage tunnels near the casino because it's easy to lose the cops that way. And then I fly back to my arcade, which is maybe a minute away. Okay. That's just brutal for me. All right, let's now get into the next setup mission. And the next one I'll do is the vault keycards. Okay, here's a great example. If you ever get this mission with the prison bus, don't even do it. Just load into a new session and hopefully get to the other mission. All right, it took like 4 or 5 resets, but we finally got the easiest one. And that's the one where as soon as you load into the mission, you're going to see 2 targets on your map. For this one, all we have to do is go over to them, kill them, take them out, and take the keycards, and that's it. All right, so we have the first one here. Grab the key card and move on to the next one. And here we are at the other target's apartment. We got to go inside and then take them out. All right, they're going to be in here. Take them both out because they'll both try to fight you. Now we could grab the second key card and get out of here. And that's the end of the mission. We can now head over to the arcade. Next up, I'm going to do the entrance disguise. And for this, the best one to do is the group sex gear. Now this mission is a 2-parter, with the first one being that we have to take out all of the security guards here, pick up the truck, and then bring it back. And for the second part of the mission, and for part 2 of the mission, we're going to have to get the actual uniforms, which we're going to have to do in a separate mission. Luckily for this mission, though, we could call up Lester and lose the cops, so we don't have to worry about them the whole drive back. And here we are back at the arcade. Now we can start up the second part. Luckily for this one, we got Marietta Heights, which is really close to the arcade. And we're going to first have to get a picture of the Stockade's license plate. And I blew my cover, and I'm definitely going to die. There's no way I survived this. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I quickly have to take a photo here of the Stockade, and now I have to get to both of the group sex outfits. So we got one here. The next setup to do is the vault drills. For this one, I'm gonna have to take out some people, pick up the drills, and bring them back to the arcade. As you can see, there's a bit of a pattern going on here with these setup missions. Next up is the noose gear for the exit disguise. And for this one, we're gonna have to go to the Mission Row police station, go inside, and find the gear. I could go in this, try to be stealth, but I'm going to go in and just take everybody out. This might be the wrong move because they're everywhere here. Okay, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Can I survive much longer? Oh, okay, well, that answered that. Now, there's a couple different places the gear can be, and one of them is going to be this room here. Perfect. And that's one set of gear delivered. Now that we're back in here, the other room that the gear can be in is going to be, well, take that guy out, is this room here. Perfect, the locker room. We got our second set of gear. Let's now deliver it back to the arcade. All right, now it's time for the final setup mission, and that is the security pass. Now there is 2 levels you could go for. You could go for level 1 or level 2. Always go for level 2 for this setup or for this approach, because it does allow you to get to all levels of the casino. So level 2 is going to be this one here. We're going to pick that one, and let's do the setup. For this setup mission, we're going to have to head over here to a party, and inside the party, there's going to be someone who has the security pass that we need. But we're first going to have to wait for Lester to identify who it is. So We do know it's likely going to be the person laying down there, and the security pass will usually be here in the bushes, but we do have to wait a little bit. So in the meantime, I'm going to dance so that my suspicion does not get high. Okay, Lester has finally figured out who it is, and yeah, it's usually this woman, and she's usually going to be passed out right here. Nope, never mind, not this time. That woman she's got no hands, no legs, nothing, just sitting. All right, here is the woman. We're gonna search her, and of course, she's not gonna have the key. So we're gonna have to find it in this area here. Usually it's right here. Yep, there it is. We could pick it up and then leave the area. And that's the mission done. We could now get into the finale. That was a ton of setup missions. And if you guys haven't done it before, it will take some time to do it for your first time through, but once you get the hang of it, you could get a little bit faster. Until yesterday, I hadn't done the heist in probably 2 years, maybe a little bit more, and I did it a couple times yesterday to refresh myself before doing this video, which allowed me to be a little bit faster, but once you get the hang of it, you could probably do everything plus the finale in maybe an hour and a half. Anyways, now that we could start up the finale, I'm gonna load into a public session so that we could find someone to help us out. Okay, so I found 2 people to help out. I really wanted 1 because it's easier to do with 1 other random person, but 2 is fine. So for the entrance, we have security tunnel, we have the group sex as our entry disguise, we have the exit disguise as noose, staff lobby as the exit, and high level buyers so that we get the most amount of money possible. Now, something I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to drop my payout to 40%, increase theirs each to 30% because hopefully that will entice them to do better on the heist, but let's get into it. We're doing the Diamond Casino heist with a bunch of random people. Hopefully this goes well. All right, here we are. We're gonna get into the group sex van. And this version of the heist or this approach is really easy because all we have to do is drive straight into the casino and we're going to be given access to the vault right away with no hassle at all. And luckily the 2 people who joined me are level 418 and 294, so hopefully they know what they're doing, but you never know until we get in there. Okay, so now that we've arrived at the casino, we're going to drive down this lane here, and we're going to enter in through this underground tunnel. And now we just have to drive into the casino here. Now, I realized I didn't explain this before. What the casino heist is you're going into the casino, breaking into the casino vault, taking money, and then leaving. So it's not similar to Cayo Perico, as in there's a bunch of secondary loot that there is some secondary loot, but you're not going to find tons of stuff everywhere. The main thing you're going for is just the primary target, which is whatever is in the safe. And of course, if it's a certain event week or whatever, there will be diamonds, which do pay out the best. So now that we're here, we can take the elevator and go down to the vault. And of course, once again, because we have the group sex gear on, we could run right through past all the security. And now we have to do the swipe card. So what you have to do is go and swipe at the same time. We did not get it there this time. That's fine. Oh, we actually did. Never mind. But now that we have that, we're gonna have to run through this underground tunnel until we get to the vault. And here we are at the vault. So far, so good. Hopefully this continues to go as well as it has so far. But here is the security guy. He is going to open up the vault for us. And one of us is just gonna, take him out. Now we are inside the vault and we have to get as much loot as possible. So the first thing to do is grab all the cash that's out in the open. So we got some cash here. And luckily for me, one of my teammates is already going for the cash that's locked in the other locked rooms. Okay, so this room has been unlocked and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to grab the cash from here. Now, what's really important to do when you're doing this heist in the finale is once you're in this vault, you got to keep an eye on the time in the bottom right hand corner because everybody has to be out of the vault before the timer ends or else you will trigger the alarm. So usually around 15 to 20 seconds left is when you should leave. Anything closer than that will just be too tight. All right, we are cutting it close, so I'm going to end it here. Unfortunately, I could not get all the cash off of this tray, but now we got to get back and get outside of the vault. No, I don't know why he's still going for the cash. Don't go for the cash. We got to get out of the vault, bro. We got to get out of the vault. Come on. Please, no, we have 7. There's no way he's out of the vault now. Oh, we screwed it. We screwed it. There's no way, dude. Oh, no. Okay. Well, this just made this a lot harder. And great, someone quit. Okay, well, now we gotta restart the entire finale. Okay, this time we have 4 players, one of which is returning from the last heist. Hopefully this time we go through it smoothly and we don't have people staying in the vault too long. All right, once again, we are here at the side entrance and we can now head downstairs. We got a perfect swipe there of the key cards and now we are once again at the vault. And now that I've picked up my cash, all I'm waiting for is the other 3. They're at the other 3 cash trays. We're moving at a pretty decent pace, and we might get our full loot out of this one. We just gotta make sure that everybody is out of the safe this time. I really hope it works out. So I'm gonna hang out here and wait for everybody else. Okay, we actually made it. We made it in decent time as well. So we're going to wait for these guys to do the swipe key card, and now we could get out of here. So hopefully the final part is probably the hardest part of the big con approach, but hopefully we can pull this off smoothly. Okay, so now that we are back here at the lobby, we have to first head over to the staircase and then get into our noose outfits that will be on the top floor. Here we are at the staircase. We got to go upstairs, and we're gonna have to take out one guard, but we're gonna have to be very careful about it. These guys are ahead of me, so hopefully they do it properly, but if not, this could go poorly. Okay. Did we already ruined it? Well, we're just gonna have to exit the casino this way, take that guy out right there. Perfect, and we're gonna have to go through here. We're gonna run into a bunch of cops, but it is what it is. Hopefully our final teammate could get here in good time. What is he doing? Let's go. No, he died. Oh, come on, man. Okay, luckily we actually got a fresh restart, so we don't have the cops on us, which is perfect. So hopefully we can do this correctly. Please, please. I hope these guys don't run upstairs and completely ruin this. Can we, come on. Boys, can we do this properly? Okay, so now that we're in the main area here, we're gonna have to run around, and we wanna go get our noose gear from the laundry room that's going to be on this side here. So did we take out this guy? Okay, we did. We got one more guy here. We got to take him out quickly. In the face. Come on, come on. Take him out. Take him out. Yes, thank you. Let's get the noose gear. Okay, maybe not. Okay, this is just dissolved into shambles. Hopefully we could all get out of here in time. We got to run this way, run through the center. Okay, we got to take this guy out quickly. Please don't let me die. Don't let me die. Don't let me die. Okay, we're waiting on one more guy though. One more guy. Let's hold out. Let's hold out. All four of us out of here? Yes. Okay. We are very close to ruining this here, but we're going to have to go in this direction. And we're going to use the helicopter method that you use for the Union Depository contract. So the best route to get out of here is going to be running through the Lost MC Clubhouse and finally reaching the getaway vehicles. Now, hopefully these guys know exactly where to go. We have to be going to the police station. We don't want to drive all the way back. Okay, luckily the guy that I'm with knows exactly where to go, so we got to hop up over here. And for those of you who may not know, if you head over here to the police station in Vinewood, you could go up top onto the roof and you could get a helicopter. So the way to do it is you're going to go here. We're going to climb up onto the roof, climb up onto the roof again, run over to these vents here. I'm trying to explain it, but it's a little hard when I'm fighting for my life. And we're going to go up here and hop into the helicopter. So luckily, two of us are already in here. I don't know what the other two are doing. I guess they're trying to drive away, but they should just stop for a second and let us pick them up. No, 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 no. Whoa, the helicopter almost killed that guy. That is crazy. We just got so lucky. That would have been the end of the entire heist. Luckily, all four of us are now in the helicopter and we could fly away. And although we aren't getting the max take, if we could get there successfully and safely, we're making just under $2 million, which is insane. I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm the one who blew our stealth on the way out. I think trying to shoot at that security guard was a bad idea, but it is what it is. What matters is that we're completing the heist for the GTA Online checklist. We don't have to really worry about hitting the elite challenge or anything like that. And now we have arrived at the buyer, and that is the end of the Diamond Casino heist. It took us just over 2 hours to complete it. Of course, we had a couple mess ups with some of the other players, and then I messed up myself, but it is what it is. Let's see how much we get paid out. I did split it up 25% for each person because I do think it is fair, but as you can see, the potential take was 2.1 million. Our actual take was 1.5 after all of the deductions and fees, and 25% cut of it is going to be just under 400k. So not crazy money, but it is a really fun heist to do. If you haven't done it before, make sure to do it. In order to do it, you have to have the arcade, but with that being said, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I had a really fun time doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. We got another thing checked off the GTA Online checklist, so I'm really happy about that. But with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.